This is the most difficult of the nomination.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're seeing me for the very first time, you're absolutely welcome. If you're not following me on Instagram, you're missing, because you see these head of house games, Friday night party, Thursday pool party, Saturday party, all those things. I used to go live on Instagram, and it's always a vibe and it's always mad energy on there. So follow me on Instagram so that you're going to watch it live, and then we'll come here and have a conversation. Okay,
at least one of the nominated housemates will be evicted on Sunday.
anyways, let's talk about the head of house games. A lot of emotions are flying around. First of all, happy, sad, tears, shock, surprise, different emotions everywhere. So the first thing I noticed from this night's challenge is that when they got into the arena, usually they are always excited to see themselves, but this time nobody was excited except Ilebaye. I'm like, what's going on? Ilebaye was so happy to see Chomzi, and both of them they hugged. Apparently they were roommates, and I'm like, why are they carry this beefing thing? They go fun, and even I just dance for Saturday party just now. Which one? I know they greet. People wake kiss self no greet. Like the matter serious. I'm like, okay, it's about to get real. So now the task started, and the things that they asked them to do was quite simple but interesting. So there was a bowl filled with 10 wristwatches each, and inside that bowl there was vegetable oil as well. I thought it was water first, but turns out it was oil. So the watches were soaked in oil, like rubber watches, 10 each for each housemate. So people that actually first established that the new guys are not playing, and of course Eloswag too is not going to participate because he was head of house last week. So they had 5 minutes to all set that time to 4 o'clock. So each clock is supposed to be set to 4 o'clock, and they had 5 minutes. Now they all did different things. Some people were fast. Chomzi was fast. Khalid was fast. Saif, many of them. They finished because they had time. While others, I don't want to talk about how they performed. But moving on, the only people that made it to the next level was Dotun, Saif, and Hermès. Now, Chomzi and Khalid were disqualified for some weird reasons. They didn't, set their timers well, even though they finished. So it turns out that their clock was not correct. So 3 of them qualified, and the next round is for them to move bowl, carrying it with only their leg, like the middle of their legs, to the other end. And they did that. It was just quite funny, interesting, and weird, because Hermès, I don't know what was going on with Hermès. Hermès was humming one kind of weird hum, and singing, making weird faces, being charged up, those kind of things. We all know that Hermès is a crazy guy, but I really didn't understand what that was, especially in front of everybody. Big brother is there, you are doing something serious. Like, what was all those drama? Like, well, it was quite interesting and weird at the same time. Moving on, they did that, and then they started playing. Now, Saif was the first person that had this perfect balance. He took the ball there. Dotun and Hermès kept falling their balls. But moving on, Hermès picked up. And the advantage I think Hermès had was the fact that he had this skin to skin. He was wearing shorts. So his skin obviously is quite maybe sweaty or something, so he can grip the ball better than people that were wearing trousers like Dotun and Saif. And my husband actually pointed it out to me. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? Tirik Bosa for my husband. Tirik Bosa, because the man now man always sabi. And a lot of people in my Instagram live also mentioned it, that probably that's true. Even after the show, a lot of the level 2 housemates said the skin to skin also helped Hermès. Anyways, turns out that Dotun's pants were even, Dotun had to take off his pants, was trying to use the ball. I was like, Dotun, just remove this pants. If they remove them, if they wear them. He don't even care. His mic was on the floor, everything, just trying to do. At the end of the day, Dotun and Saif had only 3 balls at the other bowl, while Hermès had 8 balls. So it was obvious that Hermès emerged winner for tonight's head of house challenge. Now, you know the drill. There's always a tail of house, and the tail of house for tonight is Chichi. Unlike before, we did not have only one tail of house. We also had a co-tail of house, which is Dotun, and he had that because Big Brother said he mishandled the microphone. His microphone was rolling on the floor and didn't do anything about it. So for that, he's also going to be part of the tail of house. Now, another thing I want to discuss in this video is the reaction of Chichi after they gave her tail of house. She started crying. A lot of people were talking to her. Oh, what's going on? You didn't do so badly. She was like, she did her best. She tried. She did this. She doesn't know how she turned out to be the worst player. Like, she doesn't get it. Everybody was consoling her. And they were telling her that, look at it from the bright side. You're not going home tonight. Like, you're not going home this week. A lot of people from the other house may go home. So just consider yourself lucky. Even Hermès hugged her, was talking to her. Elo Swag, different people went to her and was talking to her. So we now saw where the housemates were trying to, give suggestions to the head of house. Of course, they're allowed to do that, like suggest for the head of house to, pick somebody that you want them to pick. So the housemates came together. They chose people like Khalid, Saif, obviously Fina, Christy O, and Amaka. And Diana kept on saying, please, they should not nominate her girl. They should not nominate her girl. Almost fought with everybody, but nobody shall answer. And as for Saif, Doyin was like, yes, she would have loved Saif to stay, but she can't even say anything because it's obvious that Saif is actually strong. But please, they should not nominate Beauty because Beauty is her roommate. She will feel bad if they do. And Beauty actually met her to tell her that, please, try to put in a word for me so that your housemates don't nominate me, So they all just gave their own names and everything. And Hermès went into the diary room and he mentioned names. The names that he mentioned were Amaka, Fina, Saif, Khalid, and Christy O. And for obvious reasons, we know why he nominated Saif. He's a threat. Fina is also a threat. Christy O, they say she's a threat because they feel like she did something. You know that Veja tax that they did? She was one that came and did the first chant. She was one that played the drums. So they felt like she was also something in the house. And then
And this is the most difficult of the nomination, but Khalid, I must agree with my team that he is a strong character. As much as this is an emotional decision for me, it's one that I must make for myself and my team.
He said Khalid actually hurt him so bad because he was his roommate, everything. He was even going on and on about how he feels bad, but he said is for the game, so he had to nominate Khalid. And for Amaka too, I don't know what gave them the impression, but they say Amaka is strong inside and outside the house. Who tell on that one? I beg, excuse me. Who tell us Amaka strong? I was quite shocked that they didn't nominate Groovy and they didn't nominate Beauty. They didn't nominate Brian. Maybe it's because he didn't do so well tonight. They just assumed that he's not a strong guy, Jerry, nothing they happen. That's why. If not, I don't see any reason why they did not nominate Brian. But when Big Brother went in and called the names of people that they nominated, Fina was crying, Amaka was crying, Saif and Khalid expected it, of course. People were shocked that Hermès would nominate his roommates, like, oh my God, this guy did it. He nominated me. But, however, they are shot there. Brian is actually shocked that they didn't pick him. He's like, what? He's just pacing around the house like, these people didn't nominate me for real? I do not believe it. So they did that. Chris Osha just did cool, like she did there. Farm service, they do, thank God, so they don't pick me from my mind. No of them they remember you. I'm surprised that they didn't pick Kes as well, but quite fair. You guys, let me know what your thoughts are, please. Do you like the selection? Who do you think is going home tonight? I keep saying tonight. Who do you think is going home this week? And we're going to discuss more. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. And until next time, I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.